feels strange floating in here, doesn't it?
I like it.
Almost relaxing. I feel your presence.
I feel yours. I guess we should get to know each other, right?
Right.
Right. Do you want to go first or should I?
No, I'll go.
Okay. What's your name?
It's Jack.
Jack. Okay.
What's yours? Am I allowed to ask that now?
You are. Michelle.
Michelle. Okay. Hi.
Hi. Where are you from, Jack?
I'm from the States. Kinda. You're California? You?
Brazil.
Brazil. Your name's Michelle.
My parents are from all over.
Right.
Right. What did you do for work?
Well, I was in finance.
Finance? Really?
Why is something wrong with being in finance?
No.
Well, what did you do?
Photography.
Photography. Really? That's cool. How did you die? What?
Fast.
Is it?
I would prefer us to ease into things a little bit more.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Well, we're gonna like each other. There's no way we don't. Like, you know that phase where you don't really know the person, so you're kind of pretending, not really being yourself? Well, we can skip that phase because it obviously works in the next phase too.
Well, what if I like the kind of pretending, not knowing each other phase?
It's just games.
It's exciting. It's unpredictable. You're putting in effort.
Well, I disagree.
You're already not putting in effort.
Well, why'd you say that?
Just 'cause.
Why should I, baby?
Don't call me baby.
Why not? We're soulmates. So why pretend? How did you die?
Tell me about yourself.
What would you like to know?
The basics. Childhood, your family, how life was, and all things like that.
Childhood, fine. Grew up in the suburbs, kinda. Had a dog.
What was his name?
Does that really matter?
Stop stopping the flow. I'm trying to get to know you.
Sorry. Her name was Lily. I did business in university, then worked a couple of office jobs, then went into finance, officially. Lived in a nice apartment, traveled a bit, had good friends. You?
Me?
Tell me about you.
I love breakfast. It's my favorite meal of the day.
What?
I'm just saying. I love breakfast. Pancakes, fruit, syrup, the dream.
I'm confused.
You asked about me, and I think my love of breakfast speaks most of who I am.
I meant like job stuff. Like I worked with a couple of photographers when we were preparing marketing campaigns and stuff, and it seemed like a really fun job.
I think what I do is probably a bit different than what those guys do.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, what I do, it's like more creative. Like setting up a marketing campaign is just commission work, you know?
But is it not artistic enough for you?
Actually, no. It isn't.
Why? I watch them work. You know, they love their job.
Doesn't make it artistic.
I'd argue anything you love and you put your heart into can be called art.
Then we have incredibly different opinions on what art is, Jack. You have a girlfriend?
No,
You're a bit of a player. I'm getting that vibe off you.
not at all. You?
Definitely not.
No, I meant, do you have a boyfriend?
No.
You want one?
Don't I have one now?
Fast.
We're married by the universe, Jack. You're my ethereal partner. Does that scare you?
I don't know. I mean, the fact that we're having this conversation now proved me wrong on a lot of things, so I guess I kind of trust the universe now.
I want to hear more about relationships. Have you ever been in one?
Everybody has.
A long one?
A few. None worked, obviously. You?
I have.
Not bad.
I mean, no relationship is inherently bad. Some end bad, sure, but throughout they're great experiences.
And even if they're not great, still experiences.
Right. Relationships are the storylines of life.
And the storylines of afterlife as well, apparently.
You think this is it?
What do you mean?
Like, we going somewhere? Are we gonna do something? Or are we just gonna sit in this void and talk to each other literally forever?
I really don't know.
Me neither.
Maybe that's the point. You and me, Michelle, literally forever. Nothing else. The only storyline.
If you think about it, relationships are the only storylines in life too.
Why? I disagree.
Hear me out. Everything is predictable, but people. You get together with someone, you're immediately at a state of complete uncertainty because you're no longer in charge of everything. Now, there's this huge part in your life that you have no control over.
Well, do you usually have control over all parts of your life, Michelle?
If you think about it, you do. At the end of the day, every decision is yours and you have complete freedom to technically do whatever you want. But when you love someone, your reality shapes around their reality and you have no control over their reality. So if you think about it, here, only this exists. But when you're alive, only love exists too.
Being in a relationship and being in love are two very different things.
Oh,
No?
tell me about it.
I've spoken enough.
Jack.
I'm not ready to talk with you about love, Michelle.
What? You said there's no point in keeping the walls up. We're bound to love each other either way.
I said like.
Are we not bound to love each other? We are soulmates.
I guess we are.
Right. So, about love?
What about love?
Anything, Jack. Just what comes to mind.
Love, to me, is when you get to know the real person.
Are you going to fall in love with me then?
Because it's guaranteed.
I think that's intimacy. What you're talking about.
Well, intimacy is being alone with someone.
So, same thing.
No, intimacy is being alone with someone. Love is knowing someone when they are alone. Intimacy is my call. Love is her call.
You mean my call?
Right. Your call.
You're surprisingly wise, Jack. For someone in finance.
Again, what's so wrong with being in finance?
Nothing.
What do you like to do for fun, Michelle?
Change of topic.
Well, I don't want to feel like I'm at an interview, you know? I'm a naturally curious person. I've got my own things I want to know.
I paint.
Checks out.
And I make pottery.
Checks out. What about something that isn't creative?
Why?
Well, I'm understanding the artist side of you, but that can't be all there is.
I swim.
You swim.
But I'm not good. I just enjoy it.
What, did you like race and stuff?
No, never. I don't even go to a pool.
Where do you swim?
There's this lake house kind of close to where I lived. It's like for coffee and beer and, you get the vibe, but there's a lake and it's a bit of a shithole on the outside. The house, not the lake. So no one really goes there. So when I go there, I'm alone usually, and it's really, really nice.
Any significance this particular holds, or?
Not really. It's just, I told you it's secluded, so I like it.
Why?
Come on, Jack. It's an easy analysis.
It's a nice escape. When you swim there, there's nothing to worry about. You feel calm and protected and at peace. And all the bullshit in the world kind of fades away.
Wise. Wise indeed, Jack.
Come on, Michelle. It's an easy analysis. Let me change the topic again.
Okay.
Back to something we already spoke about.
Okay.
You think you can love somebody without being intimate?
What, like without sex?
No, without being intimate. Without what intimacy really is.
Yeah, of course. I think this vulnerability you're talking about, it comes out through love, not the other way around.
Well, you only get to know the real person once you love them.
And once they love you, yes.
Wow, I disagree completely. You can't love somebody without really knowing them, you know? You fall in love quite a lot, don't you, Michelle?
I used to.
Who did you fall in love with?
Just all sorts of wrong people. I get infatuated quickly, I guess. I get addicted to the feeling, and I refuse to see everything that's wrong. It's never big things. Just the little things that should make you understand you're not right for each other. But you don't. Or I didn't. Like this guy I was with for a long time. He wasn't a bad guy. He was just inconsiderate. Not in a mean way. And he didn't even know he was that way. But you know, that type of person that just doesn't care that much about other people. Like, it doesn't come from a selfish place. It just comes from not understanding social behavior. He was like that. And I think a lot of people are like that. I think a lot of people get into relationships with people like that, but they don't see it. I didn't see it. I don't know why.
You know why. You said it, you get addicted to the feeling. Only the present exists, baby. Every moment we're either reminiscing the past or working towards the future we want. But we want that future so that we can experience it as the present. That's why you fall in love so much. You need the feeling to last forever. Wow! Shit! I just realized we're never gonna have sex.
What?
What?
That's what you're thinking about.
Well, how am I supposed to reach that level of intimacy?
Through getting to know me?
Well, having sex is a much easier way of getting, vulnerable with someone.
So what? Because you can fuck me, you can love me?
No. It is more difficult, though.
Jesus Christ.
Well, isn't it? Come on, Michelle. Drop the act, seriously. Isn't it? Tell me about your family.
I don't want to tell you about my family.
Why?
I feel like we've just lost the flow of the conversation completely.
Why? Because I brought up sex, or...
It's not because you brought up sex. I just don't want to fucking talk about my family.
Michelle...
There's nothing to say. Honestly, there isn't. Mom, dad, sister.
So why don't you want to talk about it?
I don't know.
Michelle...
I don't know, okay? Can we take a pause? Like, can we just stay silent for a minute or two?
Michelle, come on.
Please. Let's just stay silent for a minute or two.